Yo, if you're a young adult and you under the age of 30, you need to hear this, man, and watch this whole video. I got some key values that's gonna be able to help you be successful in this world. Okay. Now, these things that I'm about to tell you right now, they stick with me, man. I'm gonna tell you because if you do these things, I promise you, your future will be bright and you won't have to live the life that your parents did. You'll be successful and you'll be on another level by the time you actually hit 40 and you get to those high ages and you basically get to the midterm of your life, man, which is like, you're 45, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? So as a black man in this society, you got an advantage as a young man, not a black man. Okay, it still struggles because of the race. I'm not gonna get into all of that, because I mean, once you get older, you'll start to see what I mean by that. If you are under the age of 30. But I'm gonna tell you right now, one thing that has to be done and you have to manage soon as you get to a point where you're making a decent amount of income is you need to learn how to invest first. This is important because if you spend too much time chasing the Joneses, trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, you're gonna lose. Because us as a society, we put too much money into trying to look successful, but you have not a dollar in your pocket invested. So you need to stop trying to buy high valued items and look for more affordable items for your particular income. Your current income, you need to think of less and not more. So stop buying these high branded items that you cannot really afford. Think about it, man. I remember when I was young, I was trying to, just trying to fit in because I wanted to holler at the girl. So I thought that maybe I had to make sure that I bought the nicest new branded items, and I spend 500, 700 on an outfit, sometime even 1,500. I'm talking about a total outfit from shirt to shoes. I'm gonna be fresh when I step out. But all of that money that I spent, I could have used that money and invested in the market, and by the time I did hit 40, it would have been 3 to 10 times more. Because if you stop thinking of now and think of later, is in your future self, you will be more successful. So don't take that money and put it in the clothing or new expensive cars or luxury items like watches. Put that money into the market, invest it in the S&P 500, or find you a nice solid company or 3 to 7 that you can consistently invest your money in. Every time you get paid, don't think of lavish and luxury. Think of success and wealth, man, because you put that money in the market, you will be very successful. I promise you. I promise you it's going to change your life. Another key aspect that you have to understand is education is the power that's necessary to be successful. Today, this generation, you have an advantage because you have access to information at a click of a button. And if you can't find it fast enough, you able to enhance it and use AI to find information even faster. But every time you elevate your mind, you put yourself in a better position because you open your eyes up to better opportunities as they come. I remember another thing that I did when I started is I was buying and selling, reselling because I did learn the benefit of profit. Okay, but while I was learning uh 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 this new way of making money for myself, it's simple, but if you see something, the more knowledge you actually gain, you can see profit just about anywhere you go that other people have a blind eye for. So let's say you out and about and you come across, I'm gonna use a vintage jacket like a starter jacket. Now you got inexpensive starter jackets, and then you got those high value key items. If you see it uh laying out at the flea market or the store or a discount store or something and you see it at a really good price, You see it, nobody else does, because you understand the value and what you can get from it, from the research that you put in because of the access of the internet. Okay. You see it, you see, okay, they offering $10, but you know you can make 80 to $150 off of it. So you spend 10 and you make another $100, $90 off of that item. That is value that you just gain just because of the information and knowledge that you added. Same thing with the stock market. You might be able to see a company doing rough, during a quarter or a section of the year, and they just not hitting profitable numbers. But since you did the research, you know that it can turn over and it can bring you value because you see a discounted price, and you'll be able to get your money back on the far end. It's like buying a company like Target. If it hit like $95, and you know it'll get back up to 115 or 120. It's just information, it's knowledge, it's building that's gonna help you be successful in life, man. And the next thing is focus on your credit before you focus on buying. Okay. Don't just buy because you have the ability to buy it, because you might have access to some kind of afterpay account. Don't use the afterpay account. If you don't have cash, you don't have money. So you see a credit line, don't think of a credit line as an extension of yourself in your pockets. So you have seven, you don't have 15 to $2,000. You don't have it. That is an emergency account that you should never use. Okay. It just helps you build your credit so you're able to actually buy things in the future, like a house, or you want to get you a nice apartment, somewhere to stay on your first venture. But never use credit as a dollar account. Credit is just to be there as a support so you can buy more expensive things that's going to be value to you in the future, as in a place to live or an investment property. I wouldn't advise anybody under the age of 30 to be thinking that they need to go finance a car. If you want a car that bad, put the money to the side and save up for 5 to 6 years. I know it's hard, but drive that hoopy until it don't drive no more. Cause if you put yourself in debt, it's gonna be one of the hardest things you can never overcome. Cause once you get in debt, it's gonna hook you in for a long period of time until you get to a point where you can pay it off. But by that time, the interest gonna be so high, you might not overcome it, man. So just do those few things right there in the beginning stages of your life at 30, man, before you turn 30. And I promise you, your future will be bright and you will have a successful life. But lock in, my guy. So this is a message to my son first off, and I just want to let him know. And if you see this, son, this message is for you, man. Just stick on your journey and be the greatest person you can be yourself, man. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. This is the message to my son.